For years, Kirk Frost and his wife Rasheeda have been prominent figures on the reality television show Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Their relationship, often showcased for public consumption, has been a blend of love, drama, and controversy, captivating audiences with every twist and turn. Fans followed their journey, rooting for them through marital struggles, business ventures, and family life. However, behind the glitz of reality TV and the polished image they portrayed, a dark and unsettling truth was festering. One that would shatter not just their family, but the very foundation of trust they had built with their audience. This isn't just a tale of a celebrity couple facing another scandal. It's a story drenched in betrayal, secrets, and shocking revelations that left even the most loyal fans questioning everything they thought they knew about Kirk Frost, Rasheeda, and their seemingly picture-perfect family. Before the scandal unraveled, Kirk Frost's first impression on Rasheeda was nothing short of bizarre. In an interview that later went viral, Rasheeda recounted the unusual way Kirk tried to win her attention. When they first met, instead of the traditional charm or casual flirting, Kirk scribbled his name and phone number on not just one, but two $100 bills, essentially handing her $200 to ensure she'd call him. He wrote his name and number on the front and back of each bill and begged me to call him, Rasheeda recalled, laughing at the memory. She admitted she didn't call him that night, wanting to maintain her dignity, but curiosity got the better of her, and she reached out the very next day. That strange gesture marked the beginning of what would become one of reality TV's most talked about relationships. As Rasheeda's music career blossomed, Kirk transitioned from being just her love interest to her business partner and manager. Their relationship dynamic played out for millions to see on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, with Kirk often criticized for his controlling behavior and questionable decisions. Yet, despite the ups and downs, Rasheeda stood by him, embodying the role of the devoted wife who believed in her marriage vows, no matter how rocky the path became. Their marriage wasn't without its share of public scandals. Kirk was repeatedly accused of infidelity, and his dismissive attitude toward Rasheeda's feelings was glaring. Fans watched as he navigated extramarital affairs, including a widely publicized cheating incident that resulted in another child outside of their marriage. But Rasheeda, determined to keep her family intact, forgave him time and again. However, nothing could have prepared her or the public for what was to come next. In an explosive and heart-wrenching interview, Kirk's ex-wife, who had mostly stayed out of the public eye, came forward with allegations that were so shocking they sent ripples through social media and news outlets. With a steady, almost emotionless voice, she revealed that Kirk had allegedly fathered a child with his own stepdaughter. The revelation wasn't just scandalous, it was incomprehensible. The accusations painted Kirk not just as an unfaithful husband, but as someone capable of crossing moral and legal boundaries that no one had ever imagined. Kirk did something that can never be forgiven, his ex-wife stated, her voice firm but trembling with emotion. It wasn't just a betrayal of me, it was a betrayal of his own family, the people who trusted him the most. Her words felt like a dagger to the heart of the carefully curated image Kirk and Rasheeda had presented to the world. The man fans saw as a father figure, a businessman, and a reality TV staple was now under scrutiny for something far darker than infidelity. Perhaps even more shocking than the allegations themselves was the suggestion that Rasheeda may have known, or at least suspected, that something was wrong. According to Kirk's ex-wife, Rasheeda had been aware of the situation for quite some time, though she may not have known all the harrowing details. Rasheeda knew, she claimed, maybe not everything, but she knew something wasn't right. Yet she chose to stay and protect him, even when it was painfully obvious what he had done. This statement left the public divided. Some believed Rasheeda was a victim, deceived and manipulated by the man she loved. Others speculated that She had turned a blind eye to maintain the illusion of a perfect family, perhaps out of fear of public humiliation or losing her brand's credibility. The line between victim and accomplice became blurred, and the world was left grappling with the uncomfortable question: what would you do if the person you loved most committed an unthinkable act? As the scandal dominated headlines, Rasheeda found herself at a crossroads. The woman who had built her brand on loyalty, strength, and family values was now facing the ultimate test. Would she stand by Kirk once again, or would this be the betrayal she couldn't forgive? The situation spiraled quickly. Tabloids dissected every detail of their relationship. Social media exploded with theories and opinions, and fans of Love and Hip Hop felt betrayed, like they had been part of a carefully crafted lie. For years, they had invested emotionally in Rasheeda and Kirk's love story, only to discover a dark underbelly hidden beneath the surface. Rasheeda's silence in the face of mounting evidence only fueled the fire. Some argued she was processing unimaginable pain in private, while others accused her of being complicit by refusing to speak out. Meanwhile, Kirk remained notably quiet. His refusal to address the allegations publicly added to the suspicion. Was it guilt, fear, or strategic silence? No one knew for sure, but the absence of his voice in the storm spoke volumes. Rasheeda's decision to stay with Kirk through previous scandals, and potentially even this one, sparked a larger conversation about the psychology of toxic relationships. Why do people remain loyal to partners who repeatedly hurt them? Experts weighed in, pointing to factors like emotional dependency, fear of judgment, financial entanglement, and the hope that people can change. In Rasheeda's case, her entire brand was intertwined with Kirk. Leaving him wouldn't just mean ending a marriage, it could mean dismantling their shared empire. But at what cost? As the dust began to settle, one thing became clear: the Frost family would never be the same. The trust that had been shattered couldn't be easily rebuilt, and the public's perception of Kirk was irreparably damaged. Would Kirk ever come forward to tell his side of the story? Would Rasheeda find the strength to walk away, or would she continue to stand by him, hoping to salvage what remained of their family? These questions lingered unanswered as the world watched, waiting for the next chapter in a story that had already taken a devastating turn. Rasheeda's decision to stay with Kirk through previous scandals, and potentially even this one, sparked a larger conversation about the psychology of toxic relationships. Why do people remain loyal to partners who repeatedly hurt them? Experts suggest that emotional dependency, trauma bonding, and fear of public humiliation often play significant roles. In Rasheeda's case, her entire identity and business brand are intertwined with Kirk. Walking away doesn't just mean leaving a marriage. It could mean dismantling an empire they built together. There's also the issue of hope. Many people in toxic relationships cling to the hope that their partner will change, that the good times will return, or that the love they once had can be salvaged. But sometimes the cost of staying outweighs the fear of leaving. As the dust began to settle, one thing became clear: the Frost family would never be the same. The trust that had been shattered couldn't be easily rebuilt, and the public's perception of Kirk was irreparably damaged. Would Kirk ever come forward to tell his side of the story? Would Rasheeda find the strength to walk away? Or would she continue to stand by him, hoping to salvage what remained of their family? These questions lingered unanswered as the world watched, waiting for the next chapter in a story that had already taken a devastating turn. The saga of Kirk Frost and Rasheeda is more than just celebrity gossip. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of living behind a facade, the complexity of human relationships, and the painful reality that sometimes the people we love the most are capable of an imaginable betrayal. It's also a lesson in resilience. No matter how public or private the betrayal, healing is possible, but it requires facing the truth, no matter how ugly it may be. As the story continues to unfold, one thing is certain. The truth, no matter how deeply buried, always has a way of coming to light.